Okay. Okay. I'm one page today. That's all. That's my goal. Just one page. And I've already started it. It's about a half a page, so not a lot today. Down and Dirty 3. I am at a little over 46,000 words of 63,000 words. I'm on chapter 41. Usually they come in about 50 chapters. So my obvious goal would be to knock off a chapter every day in the next week or so, and have this done by the end of the month. What is this thing? Yeah. I'm like, why is there a thing popped up? There's a pop. I didn't see it. I didn't see Mr. Frank sneak in. Thank goodness you're here. So bored at work today. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? Truth. Kind of bored myself. Who's talking out there? Stop talking. Nick's in the house. Did you pay Gene Simmons $5 to broadcast that licensed material? I'm not sure what you're talking about. This is my John Wayne Gacy Halloween shirt. This is my um, Insane Clown Posse shirt. Holy crap. Stop with the freaking pop-ups. Whoop whoop is right. How much does John Wayne Gacy charge? He charges nothing. There was a kid that we went to school with, my brother and I. He was in my brother's class, and obviously years later, he bought one of those clown pictures that John Wayne Gacy was always painting, the clown pictures, and he would sell them. And the guy actually paid to go and visit John Wayne Gacy in whatever prison he was in. And I remember we were out at Ichabod's in Seabright, and the guy was there, and he was talking. I don't even remember how much he paid. He paid like a ridiculous, like thousands of dollars for this stupid clown painting. And then he got to go, and he spent like thousands of dollars to be put on the friends and family list. And he went, and the guy said, when he sat down across from John Wayne Gacy, there was a guard at the door behind them, in the room with them. And John Wayne Gacy smiled, and he leaned across and he said, before you say anything, before we do anything, just so you know, I can snap your fucking neck before in the time it would take that guard to blink. Just so you know. And the guy was just like, holy crap, what am I doing here? And that was it. I wonder if John Wayne Gacy was as adamant as John Wayne Camionelli about his name being John Wayne, not just John. That's an excellent question. I'm not really sure. Because they always say his name. It's one of those names you got to say John Wayne Gacy. You know what I'm saying? I wonder if John Wayne Gacy busted out his acoustic guitar and played fast rockabilly after he raped and murdered a kid. Maybe. I remember watching one of the many, many John Wayne Gacy documentaries, and his sister was interviewed. And his sister was not like, no, my brother didn't do this. She was adamant. My brother never killed anybody wearing a clown outfit. And I'm like, seriously? I don't know how you can prove that. But also, at this point, who cares? He killed a lot of people. Or just at a birthday party, yeah. But it was just funny. She was so adamant. Like, she was aggravated that people would think he dressed up like a clown to kill people. What kind of insanity is that? You know, he wore his normal clothes when he raped and killed little boys. Just insane. Just insane. If I still talked to my brother, I would ask him what that guy's name was. And you wonder if he still has that John Wayne Gacy painting. He wears Kentucky Fried Chicken uniform. Maybe. You never know. You just never know with these people. Colonel would be proud. Colonel would be very proud. We watched the first half, 10 episodes. We watched the first 5 episodes of the new season of Lincoln Lawyer last night. Very good. Very good. I did not read that book, which is good, because now I'm like trying to figure out what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You got to figure it out. So, anyway, I got to get some writing in today. Again, my goal is just to get to the bottom of this next page. Nothing too fancy. I'm a little ahead. I've had a couple of good days. I wish the dumb Guardians have their dumb moment last night. You mean World Series bound Guardians? No, Frank, not next page yet, just because I've mentioned it. Next page almost, Mr. Frank. Next page almost. This is gonna be the second time oh no, the Guardians I think won a game already. You know, MLB wants Yankees Dodgers. The only thing that makes sense money wise for them. The Guardians in it, nobody from Cleveland even cares. The Mets, 5 minutes ago. Who cares about the Mets? Plus, there's certain teams God hates. And I got to believe God hates the Bills and the Mets and the New York Giants and the Jets. I got to believe those teams are all ones that God hates. And probably the Nets and the Knicks. The Mets have no business getting to. Oh, they are playing so way above their talent level right now. It's ridiculous. I thought it was funny. I saw on Facebook, scrolling through Facebook. Well, the Jags. Yeah, I mean, come on. I don't even think God realizes that the Jags even have a team. Going through and there's Tim Meyer and all of his Mets get up, and I'm like, man, that boy loves punishment between the Giants and the Mets. Oh yeah, the accused. God hates the accused. I haven't checked up on Lutsky in a while. I wonder if him and his wife are still doing that channel or if he's given up and moved on to something else now. I saw Hunter Shea was in the hospital or something last week, but I don't know what's going on there. Ooh, burping a lot. So my wife has been feeling under the weather the last couple of days. So I was supposed to make cheesesteaks, and then she was like, last night she was like, I'm not hungry. She came home a little bit earlier from work. She's just like, I'm not hungry. So I'm like, well, I'm going to order pizza. I got free breadsticks coming from Papa John's because the local pizza places are horrible. Probably rolled his eyes too hard about some opinion Jason Brandt. Yeah, pretty much. Even though Jason and his wife are making money. And so I ordered my free breadsticks. I ordered my The Works, which is like their version of the Super Supreme, with stuffed crust and their jalapeno poppers, which you would think are not hot at all. You would laugh at them. Ha! You would say, ha! These are not hot. Me, on the other hand, my nose was running a little bit. I'm not going to lie. I don't know why I even order. I like them. It's just basically a jalapeno rolled in some friggin' pizza dough. But I ate like a 12 order. And half the pizza and all the breadsticks and all the jalapeno poppers. And then I put the other half in the fridge for today. And then I took one of my old man pills. You see the old man? I threw it right in my mouth. For my agita, for my heartburn. And then I was up half the night either crapping out jalapeno poppers, or the dog was kicking me, or the cats were fighting, making noise. Just an awful night. About 5 o'clock this morning, I just got up. I was like, I'm up. Maybe some ghost pepper poppers. I don't care if a jalapeno popper isn't hot. It's almost always delicious. They are delicious. I also like the ones from Arby's. The ones they have. Those are not hot at all, but they are very tasty. I'm a fan of not hot jalapeno poppers. Now I miss TGI Fridays Fire Bites. I don't think we have a Fridays around here anymore. I'm trying to think. Now, the couple we had in town in Jacksonville are closed down several years now. And I don't think there's one in Daytona anymore. We have an Applebee's, which Shelley calls Crapplebee's, because she's not a fan of it. But I normally won't order like Poppers or anything. John Popper from Blues Traveler. I won't order him. Especially since he got skinny. I wonder if he's fat again. There's still one by me. I have no clue how it's still open. Money laundering. Yeah, there's certain businesses that I don't understand. Did you guys ever have what was the name of it? Tomatoes or tomatoes? It was a buffet, but it was like a salad buffet. They had no. It was like a vegetarian, vegan delight type of thing. Oh, good. So the anyway, those all closed too. Who the hell goes to that? The lawn guys here. It's like a modern day Farrell's ice cream parlor. I don't know what that is. It's like a modern day Carvel. Yeah, so we're gonna get loud. We're gonna get jiggy with it in a minute or so. Never heard of her. So this should be interesting. And then the cats are gonna go nuts. Cats just run around the house. As the guys on the riding mower circling, the cats are running to the other side of the house, and then they try to get into the bedrooms, but all the bedrooms are closed. Here we go. Luckily, they take about 15 minutes to do this. It's really the noise I need when I'm trying to concentrate and write, too. I say, I got all the windows open too, which means, and it's windy out, which means all this shit's gonna blow in the house. Oh, he's opening that bitch up. He's going like 100 miles an hour on that thing. He's gonna kill somebody. So I'm just sitting here just drinking my coffee. And then I made coffee. I made coffee because I finished the coffee. I actually made a pot of coffee today because I got up so damn early. And then the coffee, you just put the coffee and it goes whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. And then you fill the cup. Whoosh, whoosh. I got props now. Man props. Man props to the men mowing my lawn. And these guys are just like flying. Sometimes my wife will come home and she's like, "They didn't do a great job." I'm like, you know what? The lawn is cut. You're noticing a couple of little things. Like a sound effects wrap out. It's like that guy from Police Academy is outside and inside at the same time doing all the noises. Is that guy still alive? And does he still do those noises? Or has he finally figured out, that's stupid, I'm not doing these noises anymore. I refuse to do these noises. Holy Cleveland. There's a chick across the street walking a dog, and she is wearing just little stretchy pants. Goodness gracious. Little bubble butt. I saw him. You saw him at the Laugh Factory, really? And does his whole act just doing noises, or does he tell some funny stories about Steve Gutenberg? This one time, me and Steve Gutenberg, we were snorting cocaine. We were between scenes, and Steve said the funniest thing. Whatever the comedy club in New Brunswick is, I don't even remember. Basically funny noises, yeah. You know what? Dude made money, right? He had to have made money. You know, dressed as Hendrix and the whole national anthem, which was kind of badass. Well, there you go. I guess because he's black, he's allowed to do that. Because he looks like Jimi Hendrix. Got the little head nod as he came around. As he realized I'm sitting in here with the window open, staring at him. So here's an interesting. I think that one is a woman. Covered up, but she got boots. She got a hat on. She's got a scarf around her face, gloves on, long pants, the whole nine. Yeah. Yeah. Salute the landscape. Exactly. Nobody said it too loud right now. Yelling at her like you're both still didn't stay there. You like to taste alcohol? Yeah, see? That's like the go-to, right? Paul Stanley. You gotta do a alcohol rap. I watched that YouTube 4 hour. Was it like 4 hours of Paul Stanley's raps? The dude's from New York, and he tries to come up. I guess he tries to come up with, I don't know, what is that, like a Southern accent or something? I don't know. Just kind of funny. Did anybody see Nick Sullivan on the show Lisbeth last night? I don't watch that show. It looks awful. Apparently he was a guest on it in the last 15 minutes of the show or so. He told me about it when we were at Nink together, but he posted yesterday that it actually went live. Greatest 4 hour YouTube video of all time, yeah. Probably except for that one where they walk on the, what do you call it? Oh my God. Where they walk on the nude beach in Brazil. And the guy keeps getting dumped. So my wife loves, for some reason she loves telling me things. So she just told me, and then I answered with, oh, awesome, on Twitch. She loves messaging me when I'm on Twitch. It's like it's like the guy gets banned, and then he comes up with another YouTube name, and then he puts like 4 hours of just nude big chicks walking around on a beach. It's exciting. I did a takedown YouTube notice today. You know, I have a Google search for my name, and which has come in handy over the years, because if I'm interviewed somewhere and then they're like, all right, you know, it's coming in 4 months or whatever, then they never get back. They never tell you when the podcast interview or whatever is up. But then anything with my name pops up. So every day I get a search, and it's usually a bunch of stuff. A lot of the YouTube, my YouTube stuff comes up. So after I'll post this later on YouTube, reminding everybody to subscribe or resubscribe. The next day I'll get a list of anything I put up and then anything anybody else does. And it's very good because today I had all of the Dying Days first 4 books, audio books, somebody had shared for free. And so I gotta go in and I gotta put in a takedown notice and block it, blah, blah, blah. And I noticed there was like 30 more zombie audio series like that, and I'm like, I'm not, let them do their own work on it, whatever. But it had been up for like 4 hours, and it already had like 20 views or something, and I'm like, this is why I can't sell audiobooks, because assholes like this are putting them up for free. They better not be putting shocker audiobooks up there. Yep, so now I got grass cuttings in my nose. I'm going to start sneezing at some point. It also looks like it's cloudy out, although it says partly sunny now. It said sunny before. It's only 70 degrees here. Gorgeous out. Craig Marquette said it was snowing in Alaska today, and that it already snowed last week and it hadn't melted. So it's just snow on top of snow now. We are into October, so. I would think it would snow in July in Alaska. And Wisconsin. Well, yeah, Wisconsin, obviously. There was my buddy David Royal, his neighbor across the street, um, him and his wife owned a resort in Alaska. And I imagine they still do. And I think they ended up selling the house in Palm Coast here in Florida, and they just live full time in Alaska now. Cliff is his name. Good guy. Shabumi, yes, they sold Shabumi years ago. No more boating for David and Jill. But David is 74 now, 75 maybe. And unfortunately, the last time I saw him was at my father's wake, and before that was at her father's wake. And so we, you might meet David. I don't. You met David. Well, you met Frank. You met David at my wedding, but you might. Anybody else might meet him coming up this year around MondoCon time. More details to follow. Anyway, Cliff owned he owned that resort out there, and they had outhouses. And now, so inside the resort, in their quarters, there was a bathroom. But the place is like, everything up there is like 200 years old. And they, but they had like outhouses, for the feel of living out in the wilderness kind of thing. And the funny part was, he would tell them every day, he would say, listen, when you go, you don't go out in the dark, and there's a trail, and basically what you have to do is watch for bears, because the bears are out. Doesn't matter, they're not hibernating, they're out looking for food. And when you go out, have somebody on the steps watching. He's like, I don't know how many times somebody would just get up, it was still dark out, and they would be halfway across the yard to the outhouse, and they would hear a bear or something coming from a bear coming from the woods. Yeah, and the bears would explode, which is insane. At your wedding, he was all like, I take pictures and sail my boat to the Bahamas in the summer, and I was like, teach me the way. Yeah, they got to the point. Well, they got to the point where, like they always say, when you have a boat, and basically you're just spending a shitload of money. So they just decided, we're not going to do this anymore, and so they ended up selling it, got a good price for it, and they do a lot of trips. His daughter just got married a couple years ago, and I think has one or two kids, and they're in Atlanta. So he goes up and they